It's just warming exercise before you start something. Can I see more hands, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. So we will start where we left yesterday. Uh, Yesterday we started with the Bitcoin white paper, abstract part, page number one, and we stopped at the page two, three, four because we have to start from today. So thank you for coming. I believe today's session is going to be very good for all of us because we will understand a very basic thing of cryptography today, you can say, because this is very common thing and everyone talks about it. Not only Bitcoin, but other words that we call in our daily routine life, and how they become very big when they become part of cryptography. So we start with that. So I'm going to share my screen. Are you ready, guys? Yeah. Thank you. So yesterday we were on the Bitcoin white paper at bitcoin.org, and yep, I mean we discussed about the first part. We were discussing about this yesterday, and I said that I will do it today because this is the most hard part to understand. So let's go. So we've been discussing about this peer-to-peer transaction without financial institute, and it is all about a peer-to-peer electronic cash transfer system, which started the Bitcoin. But doing this and solving this Byzantine general problem of double spending, because like I said yesterday, double spending was the major problem in the digital money to solve. Many proposed, many tried the beginning of it, but Satoshi eight pages white paper, sorry, has proposed a solution which was very hard to understand back then, even today. And they claimed in their white paper that they have found a solution of double spending without involving any centralized body to it. So the next part was the proposal which was made, and from where the things started getting interesting, right? So the proposal was they propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. And the proposal was the network timestamps transaction by hashing them into an ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work. So many things in one line, and none of it makes sense to any normal guy. Timestamp transactions by hashing them on an ongoing chain or ledger uh, based on proof of work. So many parameters to understand this line actually, and this is what Bitcoin is. This line is everything, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. So they solved the problem, and then they also confirmed that no one can change, no one will be able to change it as well. So it will be immune system because they proposed the solution to the double spending, but they also talk about that it cannot be changed, it cannot be reversed, like we talk about in our daily routine life nowadays. That please send the crypto to the right wallet address. If it goes to the wrong wallet address, you cannot reverse the transaction. That kind of thing, right? And it sounds very stupid in early days of crypto that your transactions cannot be reversed, and many people have lost cryptos. Most of us have lost small cryptos by sending it to the wrong addresses, and millions of people are still doing it. So why such a big system which was designed so brilliantly, did not want the reverse mechanism in the system. They did not wanted the reverse mechanism in the system just because they said forming a record that cannot be changed without recording the without redoing the proof of work, which we will discuss tomorrow. That why they after building such revolutionary model, why did they not want their community to do a reverse thing, right? So it's like lost. If you lose your private keys, you lose, right? So I mean that is also a part of a wallet, though. But if we talk about a blockchain, it's like a wrong transaction can never get reverted. So yeah, I mean I will talk about that tomorrow. But today we have to understand this part. We propose a solution to a double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transaction by hashing them. So first we have to understand what is hashing and what is timestamping of transaction by hashing them, right? So to understand timestamp transactions, we first have to understand hash. We all talk about it, right? Kindly send me transaction hash. Kindly provide me, the hash keys to check on blockchain and all those things, right? So what is hash? That was basically something that what we think. We think a series of numbers, basically encrypted numbers because it looks, we cannot read it basically, and encrypted number is unique, and every transaction is different, cannot be same because each time a new unique encrypted code generates, you can say. This is what we know in our normal life, that what hash is, right? It cannot be same, it cannot be changed, and it is some encrypted information to make it unique. That is what a basic thought of any user regarding hash. I believe most of you understand hash very same way, that hash is all about a unique numbers. Can you raise your hands? I believe encrypted numbers or alphabets, basically, which make it unique. That's what we think our hash is. But the moment when you are right, you're right. So hash is the same thing what you have been thinking. But the moment this was introduced in cryptography, it become more interesting. So we have to understand hash as per the cryptography to really understand how valuable hash is, instead of just unknowing that a hash is all about a series of some alphabets and numbers, and which are unique. Okay, so yeah, I made some notes as well in order to not miss anything. So yeah, I mean, what, so to understand what is hash function, right? uh, it is just like I said to you, in like we discussed already, but hash functions are used to generate fixed length bits of data. This is what you will find if you see the definition of hash, right? It's like shorthand thing, that a function to generate the same fixed length bits of data. That's why your hash are basically at the same length. It doesn't matter you send one satoshi or you send one whole bitcoin. It does not depend upon the data, because hash are basically are of same length. We probably, we, I don't know, did we pay attention to that in the past or no? But if you will pay attention to this, you will see that Bitcoin hash is basically the same number of same numbers. It's fixed size, you can say. Let's say if it is 64, it is 64, 64, 64, 64. That does not depend upon the size of the data. It doesn't matter how big the data is. The fixed length will be there. So, I mean, uh, but I mean, it's like validating the data all the time. Uh, Again, it's confusing, right? It's not. I mean, it's still, we understand now the hash, unique things, same length, which is very exciting. Does not depend on the size of the data. But also, like I said, when hash became a part of cryptography, the things started getting brilliant, right? So I have recorded a video by so that we can make it quick and I can explain more. So I have recorded video. So we're gonna do some real hashing right now to understand that why hash in a cryptography becomes so interesting. And like I said, it doesn't depend on the size of the data. It has the same length. So we're gonna do the live hashing. We're gonna create some live hash, and we will cover these parts in this video, which is like a 4-minute video, which I have recorded. So this is going to change and blow your mind. So ready? So how many of you are ready? Come on, man. You're going to see something you have never seen before. Just heard about it. You talk about it every day, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. So let me go to the video which was recorded. Okay. So basically, it's in the Python language. The people who don't know what Python is just a programming language. So we have used Python 2.7 for generating hash, and video is recorded. So I'll show you what I mean. So basically, this is the output window of Python, which is right now coming on your screen. And at the back side, we have the input window where we are basically, going to generate some hash and understand how it has been one of the pillar. It proved to be one of the pillar for solving the double spending problem, which changed everything, right? So now it's like two screen at the same time, and to create some hash we have to first call some hash. So it's like import hcash library is, so the symbol is hash lib. And then it's like MD5 hash is like one of the hash libraries. So MD5 hash has been used. And now we are calling, and we are going to create a library in MD hash, right? So let's create the first hash. So to create the first hash, we are just updating our library. So MD hash dot update. And let's say this is a sample hash, because we are showing a sample of hash, right? And we're going to print it to see and to see the output of this data. The data here is, this is a simple hash. So print MD MD5 hash, and here you can see a hash is generated. So what was the data? The data was, this is a sample hash. And you can see a series of numbers and alphabets generated. It starts with 2, ending with 2, right? Play it again. You copy paste it, you will get the same. This is the, let's say this is our first data, first hash, the first transaction, the genesis block, right? When the first transaction was sent from one wallet to the other wallet, the first data was input. So now let me put it back. Now here I'm talking about the size of the data does not impact the length of hash, because all the hash are basically our same length hash. So now we have what the first data was, this is sample hash. So we copy paste the same library, and instead of a big sentence, this is a sample hash, it is written short, like small data, short data, okay? And we're gonna print it again. So when we printed it again, you can see now the two hash are generated. The first hash is the mother hash, which is, this is a sample hash. And when we created another hash on it, and we made it short, you can see the new hash is created, and starting with 64FO, ending in 3C, right? The length of the hash is still same if even the data is small. So whether you say this is a sample hash, or whether you say small short hash, less data, basically, you get the same length of the hash, right? Now let's redo it again, and let's try to put more data, more bigger data, and let's see the hash. Anyways, you also can see that when we updated the library, the previous transaction hash is still showing. We updated the library, we said short, but the original one, 24EIs, is still there. Same original hash is there, and the new hash is generated depending upon the new data, which is short. Okay, moving ahead. So yeah, that's what, like, your mother hash is there. You copy paste it as many times as you want. It will remain the same. Now we're gonna again copy the same code, same library. We're gonna paste the same. You can see the same results out there, but this time we're gonna make the data more bigger. So let's say a very long bits of data still have equal length. Wow. So this is what I was basically trying to show you guys here is, hang on, let me go back a little bit here. So now we have, basically we are passing a big length of data, more data, which is very long bytes of data. I still have equal length hashes. This is what is written there, right? But you see, this is sample hash. Data is some data, short is very small data, and now we are passing a big data, and we will see the results. And results are the same. Even the big data, when you pass a big data, the size of hash is again the same. So the first thing about hash is that the hash is equal length bits of data. So data can be big or small, but the length of hash is same. We tried it with three transaction hashes, not transaction, sorry, the three by creating three hashes here. Also, if you look here again, there are now three hashes because we updated the same library for the third time. Okay, the first hash is the first is 24E, which is the first one, which was, this is a sample hash. Then we updated it to short. You can see that again the same hash is there, and a new hash is there, which is 727, which is for the third hash we have created for a bigger piece of data. So whenever a new hash is we are creating with the same library, it carries the old hashes as well. And this is where the things start getting brilliant, because this will make you understand the real proof of work. The proof of work is not mining. People say, oh, it's a proof of work, it's mining, physical mining, or some kind of mining, right? So from here, you will understand the proof of work, which I will talk about tomorrow. But today, I will take you to a very exciting point for tomorrow. So with cryptography, hashing became more interesting, and having the same library, you update as many times you want, you get a new you get a new you can say hash, but all the old hashes will remain there and they will be the same. They will not get changed. So this is why they say an identical input gives the identical output, which is hash. So in this library, the first identical input was this is a sample hash. This is why all the time when we are printing it again and again, you are getting the same identical output, which is 24E1, and the 64 was the second hash, and then the new one third. But now we need to see what happens if we change in our data. So in order, and in any of our data, if we change something, let's see what changes, okay? So we're gonna copy paste it again to generate one more transaction hash. The new transaction hash without changing nothing. It's like one more copy paste, one more run. Now you have again three. Like you again see, we're gonna run it again, and now you will see, one more hash is generated, starting with 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, right? So basically, sorry, let me go back a little bit. Every time copy pasting it is generating the same identical output. So all the previous hashes are same from the beginning. They are not changing. So now we are going to change and we are going to see what's going to happen. So we are going to make a change in a previous data. This is where things became brilliant, right? This is why this is a proof of work, a trusted blockchain, because each new transaction has the information of previous transaction. So in order to change a new transaction, basically, let me go back to explain you. In order to change a new transaction hash, you have to change the previous. And in order to change the previous, you have to change the previous one and the previous one and the previous one. So basically, you have to change all the hashes in order to change one hash. And that we're gonna see now. So here you can see we are making a change in short, uh, second hash that is generated. So instead of short, now we're gonna doing some changes in the database. How many of you are following me so far here? I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible. How many of you are like really liking it? It's like, oh yeah, it's interesting, right? Can I see your hands? Thank you. Okay, so now we are going to change data in the second hash and see, let's see what happens. So instead of short, is blah, 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 pause,
Like this one's
pause, right? So we made change in the second hash. Instead of short, we written something else, blah, 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 and we printed it. And now you can see the new batch of the previous hashes and new hashes has totally changed. Instead of just the first hash, which is this is sample hash, because we did not change that, it's not changed. Rest all three hashes are totally non-identical to the previous hashes. So the second was 64FO previously is now 0A something. Third was 727 is now 2D2, and fourth was DDD is 362 is now DDD. So completely changed everything. Not a change in the second one, but it changed every other output from that particular hash number. Let's play the video again. Apart from the first one, all rest three have changed. All right. So now let's try to change the first one. Okay, so let's delete. And okay, you see just one output now because we have deleted the other things from the library. You will understand in proof of work what is this library and why this system has become amazing, and everything started from then and there, right? So let's delete everything and let's print. This is sample hash, and you get the same data without the new data, just one data. Okay, moving ahead now, we will make a change in this, and we will see what will happen. This is a sample hash. Instead of HASH, we're gonna do it HAZH or GZH, right? So play. Instead of, yeah, this is our mother hash. So instead of S, slight change, let's type Z, let's print. A complete changed hash. None of the word, none of the letter or anything, no, not even a single thing matches. A complete change of hash. So what we understood in cryptography in hash is that first, identical input has identical output. The length of the hash is always same, does not depend upon the data for which the hash is being created, right, which is encrypted. But also, if you want to make a change in any hash, you have to, and if you're able to do so, everything will change. This was, something which people were not able to understand unless they did not understand proof of work in that. So if you go back to the white paper part two, it says we propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transactions by hashing them. So transaction, hashing them, you understand, creating hashes, right? And you understand what hash is, and the attributes or the quality of hash, and how changing anything in the hash changes everything, and why in this abstract, in the other few lines, you will see that the white paper proposed, the longer the chain is going to be, the stronger the chain is going to be, because in order to change anything in the network, someone has to goes up to all the hashes and change at the top, which will require a huge computation of energy. So now, since 2009, since the first Genesis block, 2022, every second you have Bitcoin transactions going on, which is making this chain longer and making it stronger. And it also says the stronger it grows, there is no hacking system in it. But the white paper or Satoshi, they never thought that this will be a so big thing one day. But look at their white paper proposal way back, before what we are, getting today. Why Bitcoin is the most powerful currency? Because it is probably the most unhackable blockchain. You cannot hack. We hear hack about all other layer one solutions all the time. Matic, Polygon got hacked. Other layer one solutions has got hacked, because in order to give some good things to the community, they compromise on their security levels. Why Ethereum is so big next to Bitcoin, and people hate Ethereum because of gas fees, but that gas fees of Ethereum, what makes Ethereum network strong. In order to attack Ethereum network, in order to get or change any data in Ethereum network, it will require a humongous amount of Ethereum as a gas fees to do so. It's like a DDoS attack. You're sending a request 10,000 times per minute or per second, probably depends upon what kind of attack you are doing. Matic solved the problem of Ethereum, said we are a good layer 2 solution built on layer 1 solution. The transactions are faster, very cheap, but because of transactions are faster and cheap, it brought the vulnerability to Matic chain. That's where Ethereum gas fee is important to secure Ethereum network. So your Ethereum currency is basically next to impossible to hack. This is why Ethereum is on top 2 position. And Ethereum came later, but by the time Ethereum came to existence, Bitcoin has already done a couple of years and already created the strongest network in crypto space because of the strongest chain of transactions. Following me? Right? Thank you. So, why I am talking about all these things is to give you information also. And I'm also telling you this is your own product training as well. And you will be the best people out there who does not come from cryptography background, but understood the white paper in the best way. The technical people, they understand better than me, I know. I'm not saying I'm the best explainer or I know more than other. Big OZs are there, right? I'm nothing in front of them. I'm just a part of this crypto space, but I'm trying to break it down as easy as possible for you to understand, because you will feel that really something big was created. It's not something which grows so well, so big. So let's get back to the abstract part for today. Tomorrow we're gonna tomorrow Zoom again. I'm not taking a lot of time for us to start, right? So tomorrow we will talk about proof of work, because proof of work, if you go to if you want to get this excitement, so if you go to the white paper again, it says we propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transactions by hashing them. So timestamping is like when any hash is created, there is a timestamp. And that's why when you go on Blockchain Explorer, you copy paste your hash. It has the timestamps with it, which makes it unique too. So and then tomorrow we understand ongoing chain as well. So ongoing chain is every time the new hash is created, carries the data of the previous hashes. Clear so far? Right? So on ongoing change of hash-based proof of work. So proof of work we understand tomorrow. Forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. So redoing the proof of work was, you remember we made that one single change in our one hash, and it changed everything. In the video I have shown you, it changed everything. When that small, we made some changes in the second hash, and it changed second hash, third hash, fourth hash. So that's what they have proposed, that forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. That's what they set down. The longest chain not only serves as a proof of the sequence of the events witnessed. So the longer the chain is growing, basically it is witnessing previous records as well, right? And proof of sequence. So every hash is a proof, and the larger the chain is, the more stronger the chain is, because in order to change anything, to redo anything, you need to change everything, and that will take immense computation and power to do so. And now it's next to impossible because big time. But when the white paper was produced, it has to start from block zero, one, two, three. So initially there was a very small chain because it started from zero, one, two, three, four, five, six, and it now meant to now it went to trillions uh, in number in terms of new blocks, new blocks, new blocks. But initially, to keep the chain from attack, to keep the chain safe from attack, it was required, to make sure that the creators of hash are having more power than the people who are trying to change or trying to hack the chain. I will talk about that in proof of work and best effort system, BES system, which very few people know in my tomorrow part. But you understand this last line: forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. So redoing the proof of work, you understand only already because I have shown that in a video. And the longest chain not only serves as a proof of sequence of events witnessed, uh, but so if you see this part, which we're gonna cover tomorrow, along with the proof of work, the longest chain not only serves as the proof of the sequence of the events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power, which we will understand tomorrow. No more brainer today. It's sufficient for us to understand what is hash and how hash become the first important leg when it comes to cryptography and how it works and what are the qualities of hash. So tomorrow we're going to cover the proof of work, which will make it more unbelievable for you guys, which will make you really think about these things before going to sleep. So now it is getting more excited and excited and excited every single day. And this is how exciting our new project is. So tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m., we will understand a proof of work, and also we will understand a pool of power, CPU power. We will cover, and then we will talk about mining and all those things, and then we will talk about the challenges which came initially, and how a network of good volunteers, a network of good people, carried it out to what it is today. So next 6 more Zooms are going to be not only knowledge gaining kind of thing, but also it's going to be very interesting because I have made a big vault of so many videos, which I will share with you before we go on our journey too. So 6 more Zooms will make us, in a position that we understand this industry from the basics. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. I hope you guys are now going to do your regular things by just recalling what you have learned today. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.